Thanks for tuning in to the Oily Expose. I'm Deanna Williams, and today we're talking about kids and kids' oils. And we spend almost 20 years trying to keep our kids safe while they're directly under our watch to find out that many of the things that we've trusted are now things we're told are completely wrong. The stuff on the shelves that we're using for our children's health is actually poison. And our goal with this class is discernment. Moms and dads, we're facing so many important decisions. And whether you're expecting, managing toddlers, or parenting school age children or teens, we want you to find something that encourages you here. You can do this. I don't want you to finish this podcast and be overwhelmed. I want you to feel empowered and ready to make some shifts toward making your home a safer place, making your kids more healthy, because you are in control of what you allow in the four walls of your home. And our kids are worth fighting for. And we are going to talk about making the swap from a toxic home to a healthy home. Now, when I was raising my daughter, when she would get sick, I would run to the store and buy some sugar-laden, dye-filled cough syrup, and hopefully it worked for her. And I wanted to do everything I could to stop the discomfort. And I'm sure you're the same way. But those dyes and those sugars, they're lowering our children's immune system, and they're actually feeding illness. We are going to inform you and help you change your home one decision at a time. Our typical go-to items were swapped out one by one with conviction and over time. And we are now in the preventative side of maintenance. We stay above the wellness line and we don't do damage control anymore when it comes to our health because we're on top of it. So what does that mean? It may mean slow changes for your child's diet, watching your kids' sugar intake. Hopefully it's less than 10 grams a day, 0 if possible, but making sure they're hydrated and hopefully doing all organic. But I realize in this climate, it can be hard. Do the best you can without being perfect when it comes to processed food and fast food and non-organic food. Make sure that your kids are taking supplements at their bedtime and make sure that they get enough rest at night so they're not overscheduled. So let's talk about the science of synthetics in your children. Let's take a closer look at a couple of common items that are usually part of the average protect your home arsenal. In 2008, a study showed that babies who were given acetaminophen, Tylenol, had a 46% increase in having an asthma-related occurrence if they got one single dose the first year of their life. Now, do you believe that? That's something that everyone says is safe, but it's really not. They also had a 35% increase in the risk of eczema. It's called the Beasley study. If you don't believe me, look it up. What if we removed those toxic products, such as chemicals that tax the immune system? What if we limited sugar? What if we added supplements to their body and helped their body gain the strength to do its own fighting? So let's jump into some better choices. You're at a fork in the road, and I believe you're listening to this because you already know that, and you're ready and willing to start taking some steps to get away from the things that we've always done. So here's a brief history of essential oils. They are an ancient remedy used for millennia, and records show that in biblical times, people had only a few ways to heal their body. And immune-supporting food like garlic and onions, herbs and oils, that was a huge part of it. Oils are about 1,000 times more powerful than herbs because they're distilled from large quantities of plant material. And they're conveniently ready for our use in bottles that come in your bundle. There's no extra work on your part. Before, moms and dads, they had to create a tincture with an herb and let it sit on the counter for weeks and ferment and all that stuff. Not anymore. You just open a bottle and you go. The hard work's already been done at the farm. Essential oils are made up of tiny constituents that enact change in the human body. They will actually change our body chemistry. And the molecules in these oils have access to our limbic lobe in the brain where emotions are stored. That's why they can physically affect the human body. And it's much gentler than the harsh substances and drugs that we get. So up until about 150 years ago, oils and herbs were the primary go-to in most homes. And moms across the world knew how to use them. They trained their kids on how to use them. But we've just forgotten the stuff that God has made. And I believe it's time that we learn this again. And you can do this too. A preventative maintenance home is one where we're proactive instead of reactive. So let's start with the Young Living Little Oilers Starter Bundle. Essential Oil Works only uses Young Living oils, and I will share why with you in just a little bit. Let's talk about the Little Oilers Starter Bundle. It's designed specifically with the safety of children in mind. So snag your bundle by going to essentialoilworks.com, press on the black bar, and type in Little Oilers Bundle in the search bar, and you will have access to wholesale pricing that gives you 24% off of your order, and you'll never pay retail again. With the Little Oilers bundle comes Snowy the Owl Diffuser. And this is customized and designed as a humidifier, an aroma diffuser, a nightlight, and a noise machine, all in one. It's very kid friendly to use. It is so interesting to know that this diffuser, it actually will help your children have a better night's sleep. It can run up to 10 hours, which is wonderful. And one study found that 80% of newborns exposed to white noise, they dozed off within 5 minutes, while only 25% of those without background noise fell asleep as quickly. So hello, if that's not a good reason to turn on a diffuser at night, I don't know what is. There's a built-in speaker with 5 different sounds. There's rain, birds, ocean waves, a fan, and a lullaby. And it's a nightlight as well. And there are also 6 amazing oils that come in this kit. Kid Power is one used for courage in children. Genius is for focus. Owie is for mild cuts and bruises. Tummy Jize is for upset stomachs, and Sniffles for noses and congestion, and of course, Sleepy Eyes for rest. Young Living oils are the best of the best. They are completely unadulterated as they appear in the field, in the bottle. There are no synthetics, no solvents, no yucky stuff. It's completely authentic. Cheaper oils means that the company has cut corners somewhere along the distillation process to save money. And when it comes to our kids, I'm not okay with cutting corners, and I don't think you are either, especially after a lifetime of dealing with products from store shelves that I thought were safe. It defeats the purpose of oiling to use oils that are laden with toxic chemicals like hexane and distilled improperly in aluminum where the metal leaches into the oil. And for my babies and for yours, we only want the best of the best. So let's take a deeper look. Genius Oil. Genius Oil is great for homework. When young minds need to focus and keep distractions at bay, diffusing KidSense Genius, that is the way to go. It's got an earthy aroma that provides feelings of grounding and clearness, while it also releases feelings of occasional stress and distraction in children. These oils, their constituents work through our olfactory nerves as we inhale them in and go straight to our limbic system. They change our brain chemistry. It creates an atmosphere conducive of clarity, creativity, and alertness. And this oil is expertly blended, and it contains a powerhouse of frankincense, cedarwood, Palo Santo, Melissa, rose, vetiver, and bergamot essential oils. And you use it by adding just a few drops into a diffuser. You can also place 1 or 2 drops on the skin. And my favorite place to use Genius is on the medulla. And if you feel the back of your head, in the center, you'll feel your skull bone, and there is just that little soft spot that's underneath. That's your medulla. Put some oil there. You have a bundle of nerves, and it just helps us think. Put a drop or 2 on that spot, massage it gently. Oil will dissipate and sink in within 30 to 60 seconds and leave no film whatsoever. Also included in the kids pack is Kid Power Oil. Life can be big and scary for kids, and raising a confident and courageous child can be difficult too. So this oil is there to face the big and the little challenges. Sometimes they just need to find it in themselves. Kid Power is a unique blend that is formulated to inspire feelings of confidence and courage and positivity. It eases the occasional feelings of doubt and fear and worry. And it's also comforting in times of occasional anxiousness and nervousness through daily stress. So topically, again, add 2 to 4 drops to your child's wrists and give it a couple of seconds. You will find that it inspires and motivates them. It empowers them to be their very best every single day. You can also apply this topically over the heart area or the bottoms of the feet on the big toes, because that's where the nerves come out for our brain. Even if your kiddos are ticklish, it's actually a lot of fun to apply oils when they're ticklish. And if you diffuse 3 to 5 drops of this oil 3 times a day, it promotes feelings of courage and positivity. Kid Power has black spruce for balancing the senses. It also has blue tansy, camphor wood, 2 of our signature oils that are in valor, which was created for the ancient Romans for courage and bravery. This stuff works. It also contains frankincense, vanilla for comfort, and orange, which is sweet and energizing. Owie oil is also included, and owie is a great oil to have for kids who play outside all the time. So whenever roughhousing goes wrong, you can ease your kids' spirits and their tears with a little bit of owie oil. When they're distressed over minor skin irritations, you can apply this cooling blend of balsam fir, tea tree, hinoki, clove, biblical cistus, and helichrysum. That is one of the most powerful oils for cuts. And elemi oil, which is the poor man's frankincense, on their owie. Tea tree and elemi oil are known for their cleansing and antioxidant properties. Balsam fir and hinoki are known for their calming and relaxing properties. This oil also supports the appearance of healthy skin. So this owie oil is kind of like a hug in a jar. And again, 2 to 4 drops is all you need. And it doesn't need to be diluted. You can apply it directly to the owie. You can also diffuse it. What oil pack for kids wouldn't be complete without a tummy oil? Tummy Jize. This is a great oil for belly aches. Tummy Jize is calming. It's a relaxing blend for your little one's stomach when they're feeling discomfort in any way. It's soothing and it can be diffused as well as put onto the tummy. It's balancing and grounding. It contains carefully blended combinations of peppermint, tangerine, spearmint, anise, fennel, cardamom, and ginger. Sleepy Eyes oil is a parent's best friend. You can help your child settle in and sleep tight by diffusing or massaging this peaceful aroma onto their skin before nap or bedtime. And a 10-second massage is going to do the trick. Even older kids like Sleepy Eyes. You can also rub this oil on their feet for a little foot massage. Diffuse it, promotes an atmosphere conducive to calm and restful sleep. And it's an excellent way to help your child naturally relax at the end of the day. Sleepy Eyes contains lavender, geranium, Roman chamomile, tangerine, sacred frankincense, valerian, rue, which is one of the rarest oils, and bergamot. And rounding it all out is sniffles, because when sniffles and stuffiness affect your little one, it affects everyone. So you can reach for this relaxing, quieting blend. The oil contains several cooling, richly aromatic essential oils that can be diffused or applied directly to the chest, the throat, the back, or the feet. The aroma promotes feelings of health and wellness. Breathing will clear up while it also releases feelings of discomfort too. These natural vapors will promote wellness when inhaled. It's formulated without synthetic perfumes, without dyes, and without artificial colors. Unlike other kid scents oils, it's pre-diluted for delicate skin. It contains more than a dozen powerful breathing oils, including eucalyptus blue, Palo Santo, lavender, ravensara, Dorado azul, RC, camphor, eucalyptus globulus, marjoram, myrtle, pine oil, cypress, black spruce, and peppermint. So that's the intro to the Kids Sense bundle. And you might be thinking, the cost. Well, the cost is one of the first questions that always comes up. These oils that are in the starter kit are in 5 ml bottles. And depending on the oil's thickness, the viscosity, the 5 ml bottle contains between 90 and 100 drops. So each application is 1 to 3 drops, which means that a small bottle will give you 45 to 90 applications. So depending on how often you use oils, 90 applications can be as long as 6 months. And if you're making the oil into a roller bottle and you're using it 3 to 5 times a day, that oil bottle will probably last you about 3 months. So let's break the cost down. For owie oil, for example, the wholesale cost to buy it individually is $35.25 for a 5 ml bottle. And that's about $11.75 a month. So if you have a toddler that keeps bumping into things and getting owies, $12 a month is money very well spent, if you ask me. Tummy Jize is currently $14.50 wholesale bottle for 5 ml. That's less than $5 a month to help your child's stomach aches. That makes oils very cost effective. So what about safety? I would tell you to go low and slow. Johns Hopkins University, they just put out a quick safety tip list for essential oils. Now, Young Living oils are the only oils that Essential Oil Works uses because they're simply the best. They've been used safely by millions of parents. There are over 6 million oilers globally in the Young Living family, but oils are powerful liquids distilled from plants, and it's good to know how to use them effectively. So let's flesh that out with the tips from Johns Hopkins. First of all, start with the feet because your child's chest and neck area, they're sensitive. And because these oils are pre-diluted with coconut oils, they are much less likely to cause any redness. If you do see any redness, just apply another carrier oil like olive oil, jojoba oil, or even avocado oil from your kitchen. Don't put oils near the ears, eyes, or mouth of children. That's pretty much common sense. If a child gets a hold of an oil and gets it in their eyes, just dilute it with coconut oil or olive oil. The molecules in these fatty oils are much larger than the molecules in essential oils, and they'll slow down the absorption rate. If a toddler gets an oil in his or her eye, apply the carrier oil generously, and they'll usually stop crying in a few minutes and the redness will go away. Do not use water to dilute oil. You know that old saying about how oil and water never mix? They don't. So don't do that. Use a carrier oil. And quality is so important. Every oil made by Young Living is held to the seed to seal premium standard. That means that there's no pesticides, no chemical fertilizers, nothing like that is used. Bugs are kept out of the fields by using other essential oils, not chemicals. Also, all of the fields are hand weeded, and lavender, for example, costs $12,000 per acre to maintain instead of the industry standard of $60 per acre for those companies that spray. Young Living will not spray their plants. This keeps your kids safer. This keeps the soil safer, the air safer, the water safer. It's all tested. They do third-party testing on every batch of oil. In fact, Young Living oils are tested 24 times, 8 times at the farm, 8 times at the warehouse in Spanish Fork, Utah, and 8 times after bottling. You are getting quality stuff. All the oils in the world fall into 4 categories: authentic, manipulated, perfume, and synthetic. The stuff that you're getting at Bed Bath & Beyond is perfume or synthetic. The stuff that you're getting at Walmart, Target, or other oil companies, they're manipulated. They're not using the proper distillation practices that Young Living uses. And that is what the Seed to Seal promise is all about. So when you're homeschooling your children, just use some Genius oil. You don't want to get a starter bundle at first. The Japanese have done studies on citrus oils and how citrus oils are used as a child is studying. And then once again, as the child is tested on what they've studied, and the recall is stronger when essential oils are used. If you want more information about this, just go ahead and email us, info@essentialoilworks.com, or go to our website, essentialoilworks.com. There are plenty of ways to get a hold of us there. And what also is fun with homeschoolers and oils, you can use them in art projects and in science projects as well. You can make monster spray, because if your child is having night terrors, having trouble sleeping, bad dreams, etc., mix up some homemade monster spray with essential oils. We have recipes. You can mix up these homemade monster sprays and keep them on hand for bedtime rituals. And of course, you can't go wrong with lavender essential oil either. There are certain things that homeschoolers need to have in their arsenal. Thieves waterless hand sanitizer, I would say, is number one. It kills 99.9% of common germs, and it is good for your child's skin. It doesn't have the bad kinds of alcohol. It has denatured alcohol. Bottom line is, you're in charge of your kids' personal care products, and parabens and phthalates found in products that are on the shelves that cause early puberty in boys and girls. There have been several studies that show that puberty starts between the ages of 7 and 9 instead of between 12 and 14. In the spring of 2019, a study by the Hepatology Communications, they looked at 272 supplements associated with liver injuries in kids. 51% of them had ingredients that weren't listed on the label. That's why we stick with Young Living and the Seed to Seal promise. What you see is what you get. You need to stay away from synthetics when it comes to your kids, and you can do that simply with essential oils. So welcome to the essential oil world. We understand that this can be a little overwhelming. Oiling is a learning curve, so take one step at a time. First, get the kit. Again, go to essentialoilworks.com, click on that black bar, and search for the Little Oilers Kit. Go as fast, as slow as you need to. We are here to help you kick those dangerous chemicals to the curb. Thanks for listening to the Essential Oil Works podcast and the Oily Expose.